But I really believe this. He is weakness masquerading as strength, Donald Trump in general. He is damaged goods. He is not as entertaining as he once was. He's more unhinged than he ever was, more extreme, obviously more dangerous across the spectrum of issues.
Wow. I didn't know that. You're telling me now for the first time.
We need Democrats like Gavin Newsom. Be Gavin Newsom. Don't be feckless Democrats in Washington. What do you do when a bully gets in your face? What do you do when a fascist takes over your government? Do you sort of get on your knees and say, everything's okay? We'll do whatever you want? Or do you fight them? Okay? Do you go up against them? Do you pull a Joe and Mika? Sneak on down to Mar-a-Lago? Get some bed bugs? Try out some of that awful food? Find people with the worst kind of, the worst, I'm trying to find the words and I'm losing it, but let's just call it the worst plastic surgery you've ever seen in your life. Yeah, that's what Mika and Joe did. Or you can stand up and fight. So let's get back to Gavin Newsom. What did he do when Donald Trump won? He went to Washington, D.C. immediately to meet with Democratic Congress members about his priorities and to speak to cameras and let them know he was there. What did he do? He said, I'm going to stand up for their interest. I'm going to stand up for my people's interest. He met with Democratic members of Congress. Did he meet with Donald Trump? No. He met with Joe Biden, though, about zero emissions cars, the kind of thing that Donald Trump is going to attack because he wants to get policy put in place ahead of time. Did he decide to hold a special legislative session and make a proclamation that California was not going to bow down to Donald Trump? You're damn right he did. Because he understands the value of PR. He understands the value of resistance. He understands the value of leadership. You don't just sit and crouch in a corner when this guy takes over. I mean, yes, not everybody has Gavin Newsom's leverage. With a huge state, 1/8 or 1/9 of our population? You know, in the end, obviously the 5th largest economy and so much more, but it doesn't make it an excuse. If you're in Congress, I don't care if you're in a state legislature, I don't care if you're in a city council. Where are the proclamations that we will not harm LGBTQ citizens? We will not deport people for you. We will protect women's rights. You see, the media, when you say stuff like that, they cover it. They like conflict. Republicans get this. We just say, oh, well, there's nothing we can do. Not Gavin Newsom. So he's going to hold a special session, and he's going to do what he can to empower the judicial forces in California, as well as their prosecutorial forces. He sued the Trump administration over 100 times between 2016 and 2020. He won most of them. He's going to bolster their defenses, so when they have to defend themselves in court against Trump, they'll be ready and they'll fight him every step of the way. And there'll be other forms of resistance too. But the most important part is he stood up and he made a statement by being in D.C., by meeting with Joe Biden, by holding this special session. That, yeah, Donald, he admitted, he said, the majority of people voted for Donald Trump. That doesn't make him right. That doesn't make him decent. He said that to the cameras. I'm sure that pissed Trump off something fierce and Trump's son's girlfriend, if you go way back. And here is the best of all of them. This is my favorite. So Trump has threatened now to pull away credits for electric cars. Now, what Trump would do and the Republicans would do, Ron DeSantis, is they would threaten a specific company which is illegal. And we have said we don't want to become them. We don't want to become a bunch of thugs who do things illegally. But creatively, you can go after these people. So the beauty of it is, and let me say this to you, Gavin Newsom said that if the Trump administration revokes the $7,500 credit for EV vehicles, and California will offer the same credit as a replacement for cars purchased in their state. Here's where it gets good. Except for Tesla. Newsom said the tax credit will not apply to purchases of Tesla because he says the purpose of the new credit would be about, quote, creating market conditions for more of those car makers to take root. And Tesla's already out there, rather than existing companies who have already benefited from government largesse. Gets in a nice little jab there about the fact that Elon's only really existing on government largesse. Someone understands how to play hardball with these people, and that is Gavin Newsom.